Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Those of you that have who know Acts of Kindness, we are here today with Kerri Waits and Jessica Phillips. As you know, Acts of Kindness is a 501c3. It's a women's ministry, and we love to celebrate women who are struggling or fallen on hard times. We come together every so often, and we definitely let you know when that is. But today we are celebrating August 24th, which is a Saturday. It'll be at 10 o'clock at Johnny Mitchell's Smokehouse, which I know the directions will be on that site. But I always like to talk about how, because this being Jessica, and this is like the second recipient that you've volunteered or to have this get together. So I wanted to know how you met. So you were saying that you go to the same church, which is North Point.
Yes. Yeah, we go to the same church at North Point. God's in there. She does so much there. And like I was saying, one of the first times I met her, I was struggling really hard. And I just pulled to her to talk to her. And you really don't understand how much you helped me that day when you spoke those kind words. I kept going because, that woman cares. So I'm just going to keep on going. And I opened up a little bit more, and then we became like best friends quickly because she's just so amazing. And everything she does at the church, from the food bank to bulletins and taking care of stuff in the office.
Every pastor's dream is what I was saying. That when you have someone who just volunteers and just with their heart, but you can see how good God is that He will connect us with who we need to be connected at the time. So even though at the point that you met, you ministered to her, who God turns around and then blesses you. By her knowing this ministry, Acts of Kindness. So what's going on with you?
Well, I had always worked in all my life as a young teenager and didn't know any other way. And I had a car accident in 2012, wound up having some surgeries, and eventually lost my job, couldn't come back. I tried. And so my husband and I, we did the best we could, and just fell on hard times, and we struggled, and it got to the point to where we just could no longer survive, and we wound up losing our apartment, and stayed with a friend, a dear friend of mine, and she couldn't be here today. But that friend also led me to the church. And so,
wow, okay.
And this church is very important to me. I was, saved at this church and baptized at this church. And
so are you a few years old in the Lord then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So, and it just means so much to me. And I remember walking in and saying, I want to help, to the pastor. What can I do? And I thought, oh, well, he'll have me do a little bit. And that turned into a lot more. And it just means so much to me.
Do you have family here?
I do. And so we have a daughter and a son, and they're married, and they have children. So they're close by.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So, but they have their lives and their needs, and so we were pretty much on our own.
Oh goodness! Does your husband go to the church?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Is he active?
And so,
that's awesome.
So he was also saved and baptized there.
Okay,
so,
then.
Yeah.
Then God is good.
So,
wow, what an awesome story. So how is it? How are you doing health wise on your from the surgery and the car accident and such?
I have a lot of difficulty. So I had some injuries. So some to my spinal area, and I have some difficulty getting around, and I have some other issues that genetic issues, and so before the wreck that were causing some degenerative diseases also. So I was already having problems before the wreck, and this exacerbated those.
Well, that is the awesome thing that we love about Acts of Kindness is to celebrate women, that when we go through hard times, to bring people together to let you know how much you're loved, you know, and needed. And that's what we do. So we're going to be at Johnny Mitchell's on August the 24th. It's on a Saturday. The meals are $10 per person, but I want to make sure that you understand that everything that is given, every monies that are given towards the raffle or for Kerri here, that 100% of it goes to you. And if you are not able to show up, we encourage you to please, you can write a check, but don't write it to us. Write it to Kerri Waits and with her name so that she gets it and it bypasses us completely. And our post office box is 3262 Cartersville, Georgia 30120. So if you're not able to come, you can definitely give towards it if you'd like to, and even if you're there and you want to write a check, just don't forget you write it in her name. Everything that goes in towards the raffles goes for you, and so it's just another opportunity that we have to celebrate. But really, it's the fellowship. You know, when we have the fellowship to come together, a lot of times, a lot of the recipients are just amazed at the people that just come.
Yeah.
You know, and then the stuff that they say. You know, you don't realize that the way that people feel about you. You know, and they just start popping up out of the woodwork, just saying, you know, their feelings and thoughts towards you, and it just really blesses the recipient. So
that's my favorite part about this is the financial blessing is beautiful. Mm-hmm. But the past times that I've gone, the look on the people's faces when they get to see their loved ones and their family talking about what a huge blessing they are themselves.
Yeah.
I love that look. So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm writing somebody down. Pick them.
Yeah.
So I can see that look.
Yeah, and you're starting to get involved too into our ministry also. So it's a blessing.
I like
to see you. Yeah, and then just in case if you don't know, I'm gonna tell on her a little bit. She sings. Oops, oh, did I say that? Oh my gosh, I said that out loud.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, something's in the works. So.
And she's been such a blessing to me too. So it's not one-sided here, and throughout all
I'm
this.
gonna make her my friend, so she's a blessing to me too.
and God has been so great, and so I feel so blessed already.
Yeah. Amen. Amen. God is good. He knows what He's doing at the perfect time. So thank you so much, and we will see you August 24th at 10.